You think you're looking at reality right now, but what you're really looking at is a filtered version, a clean render, a survival edit. Your brain isn't showing you the simulation as it truly is. It's showing you what you need to see. The rest, it's hidden, fragmented, pushed below the surface. So what does reality look like before your brain processes it? Let's pull back the curtain. Welcome everyone to the simulation frequency. On today's episode, let's pull back the veil of illusion and see what really lies below what we normally see on our day-to-day basis. People love to say, the brain can only process so many thoughts a day, but that's not the full story. Your brain is more like a video game graphics card. The simulation is pumping out infinite data, but your brain can only render a fraction of it. So it clips, trims, and packages reality into something you can survive inside of. You don't see infinity. You see the edited export. So let's think about this. Right now there are mites crawling in your eyelashes. Tiny, alien-shaped creatures living their whole lives on your face. There are plankton, bioluminescent sea creatures, beings more alien than any UFO sighting, and yet they've always been there. But you don't see them because your brain filters them out. If you had to watch every single microscopic bug move across your skin all day, you'd never function. So the simulation edits them away, tucking the alien into the background. On psychedelics, those filters loosen. You could watch your hand melt. You can make your face turn into whatever shape you imagine. Colors bleed together and patterns warp. This isn't hallucinating something fake. This is actually what's there before the brain stabilizes it. The simulation is in flux. Your perception is the editor that pins it down into hand, face, and wall. Take away the editor, and reality reveals itself. Fluid, morphing, alien. So what does the simulation really look like underneath the render? Fractals, patterns repeating at every scale, infinite geometry unfolding. Those infinite checkerboards and lattices, it's like the scaffolding grids that build the underlying of your mind. And how about flux fields? Matter is liquid light, never stable, always morphing, and just the sound of noise. Pure chaos, static, and color until your nervous system demands meaning. You think you live in a world of objects, but beneath that, it's all flux waiting to be collapsed into form. Here's the practical key. If reality is already liquid, then shifting isn't about breaking physics. It's about sliding beneath the render. Meditation softens the filter. Liminal spaces reveal the seams. Visualization seeds new patterns into the flux. The simulation doesn't ask if it's possible. It just re-renders according to the data you feed it. So yes, your eyes are lying to you. The trees, the streets, your hand. They're all stable because your brain is holding them still. And the underlayer, it's alive. It's morphing. It's alien. When you feel the world ripple, in a dream, in a trip, in the eerie silence of liminal space, don't dismiss it. That's not the glitch. It's actually the truth. And the simulation is liquid, and you are the painter holding the brush. Now, we've talked about what the simulation looks like before your brain edits it. Fractals, flux, alien patterns. But it's time to ground this in some data, because science has been pointing to this truth all along. Your eyes don't show you everything. According to neuroscientist Donald Hoffman, the brain evolved for survival, not truth. Out of the trillions of data points available, your nervous system only processes a sliver. About 11 million bits per second hit your senses, but you consciously perceive maybe 40 bits. That's not reality. That's a compressed render. And Seth, a leading consciousness researcher, calls perception a controlled hallucination. Your brain constantly makes predictions and what it's about to expect, and only updates when there's a mismatch. That's why when you trip on psychedelics, you see something like your hand melt. It's not fake. It's your brain losing its grip on the hallucination and letting the raw simulation bleed through. How about those microscopic aliens already here? So biologists estimate there are 5 million trillion microbes on Earth. That's not a joke. They cover your skin, flow through the air, and swarm in your gut. Under a microscope, many of them look stranger than any aliens catch. So when people ask, are aliens real? The answer is yes, and they're just too small for your nervous system to waste bandwidth rendering. Let's not forget about the last thing here, psychedelics. Brain scans on LSD and psilocybin showed that the default mode network, the filter that stabilizes your sense of self and world, it quiets down. With that filter off, the brain allows in raw sensory chaos, leading to the fractals, morphing, and liquid reality. This isn't a hallucination. It's a peek at the unedited simulation. So let's close this out. We only process fragments. Our perception is a hallucination, and alien life is everywhere you zoom in on. And psychedelics confirm the underlayer is a flux. The simulation isn't hiding from you. Your brain is. And when you learn to slip past the filters, you don't just glimpse at the truth. You gain the power to shift it. So I hope that everybody enjoyed this episode, and I know you will all continue to manifest magic and resonate on your highest frequency.